What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday was literally a milestone. I'm going to go over with you guys exactly what happened yesterday. I'm going to give you my perspective, my take on it, and give you guys also a bird's eye view of what exactly is happening. Something that we've been waiting for a very long time, guys. So stick around. You're not going to miss this. For those of you that are new to the channel, all I ask is hit that like button and subscribe to join the family. Let's get started, guys. First off, want to point this out. 801, okay, the rule that we've been talking about since March was finally passed yesterday. You can see this right here, the federal release of May 4th. For those of you that are new to this journey, okay, this started March 5th as this date right here. March 5th was when it was signed, it was approved, and finally it was passed. And just to give you guys a very brief overview, if you're new, or just give you a refresh because it's been a little while, this is the options expiration activity. It was normally reported on a monthly basis, and now it is going to go to a daily basis. Okay, very, very good news for us. It is running in contingency with this other rule right down here. As you can see, it's another amendment to the supplemental liquidity deposit requirements. Okay, this is 002. This is the same thing, options expiration activity period. It talks a little bit more in details, kind of finalizing some of the, some of the ins and outs of the ruling. And this is going to be ruled upon this Friday. So what does this mean for us as holders that have been holding for a long, long time? The SEC, as much as we've had the belief that the SEC was in the pockets, okay, of the hedge funds. The hedge funds were controlling the SEC. The SEC wasn't doing their job. It was all for show. The SEC is starting to take some action. And here's the reason why. Because the amount of publicity and awareness that the GameStop and AMC movement has brought to the United States markets, it's too much for them to turn a blind eye. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they are risking their credibility. Okay, it's back in the Great Depression when everybody at a time didn't trust banks, and they said, "You know what? Give me my money." The SEC is now looking like if they don't do something about what is going on, one, there's a chance that these hedge funds can absolutely crash the financial market, or two, which is even worse, there's a chance that they're going to lose their credibility of a trusted, verified, confident to invest in market. There's tons and tons of international money, billions and billions, if not trillions of dollars of international money that is invested in the United States markets. We need that to fuel our economy. If you lose that credibility, okay, and the validity of the United States markets, you can expect a huge financial crash to happen. So the SEC is really starting to get involved. Now, I'm not going to say that this is the end game. We're just moving down the road here. We've been through this for a long time. I've been coming to my channel for over 2 months now. I'm sure 90% of you guys have been with me along the way, and I appreciate that. And I've been holding with you the entire time. But it's just another piece to the puzzle that is continually adding. It's another stepping stone that is moving us in the right direction. And whether, nothing is guaranteed. I never want to say anything is guaranteed to you guys. I try to be really transparent on my channel. Nothing is guaranteed. One thing I will guarantee you for everybody, and I've said this before, for everybody who is young like me, I'm 31, I have a long time of investing. This is bringing transparency to the market, okay? And this is going to be beneficial for us investing for the rest of our lives, okay? But in the short term, the SEC and these hedge funds that were insanely bullish and bold, okay, and straight up ignorant, that literally thought that they can pull every string that they had to short the shit out of a stock that was a company, I should say, a company that was already struggling because of the COVID-19 lockdowns. And they thought it was a home run for them. And they went above and beyond. Deep. They went so deep. They got so cocky over the years. They went so deep. And now it's all going to unwind. And there are things that have to be done to make sure, like I said, the validity doesn't get lost. The credibility doesn't get lost. Okay. The funds of that all of their capital, the funds that are used, that they invest, all right, are not risks. It's not fair to the holders that have no idea what is going on. All of this needs to open up. All right, and it's going to take some time. And I'm going to go back to this, guys, because we talked about it yesterday. I said to you that AMC, all right, they rescheduled their shareholders or the stockholders meeting literally hours before it was supposed to take place. This was planned for weeks and weeks and literally hours. It was rescheduled. Well, I looked on here and I said to you guys, well, maybe, the board didn't get the amount of votes that they had. Okay. Maybe the board was like, you know what? We need a certain percentage. We're going to wait until the last second. Well, let me tell you, whatever percentage you need 50%, and you're only at 30%, even 5 days ahead, chances are you're not going to get those votes. You know that. But to pull this plug a couple hours before, it almost has me that feeling of like, you know what, the SEC might have intervened with this and said, you know what, there are certain things that are taking place that we need to line up and to take a step back, move on the back seat. Okay. Because what else would they want us to vote for? Adam Aaron already took the 500 million shares off the table. So that is all speculative, guys. You know what I mean? It's a thought process on my mind. But after this ruling got passed, 801 got passed yesterday. We're waiting on 002. All of these continuals, regulatory filings that are all in our favor is just lining up, and it's going to take some time. But to give you guys some confidence, and I talked about my, in a previous video, guys, give you guys some conviction for holding. This is a huge block added, a huge piece to the puzzle added. Now, it's not an end game. It's not a guarantee. It's not the last piece to the puzzle. But this one is a big piece. And there are still outs, okay? Because it is still riding on Friday's, call, as long as there's no objections to happening. I mean, there are still things that there are outs, all right? There are outs. Nothing's a shoo-in. But that passing was huge because the SEC and in a much larger view are seeing what's going on and seeing the amount of risk and the boldness that these guys have taken. And like I said, it just keeps on giving me conviction. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. I kind of rambled a little bit. This was all free. I don't edit any of my video, guys. I really just try to, spit it real for you. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll keep everyone posted, and I'm excited for the ride. And that's it, man. I'll see you in the next one.